Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for yet another video. This week's update is mostly about fixes and changes to stuff that's already in the game. Not too much new content here, but that's totally fine with me. They made some solid changes. Before we go any deeper, don't forget to leave a like on the video. That helps the channel a tremendous amount. With that said, let's get started. The first and most important change is they finally nerfed the muzzle brake. A lot of people called these things OP. I would say, yeah, they were probably pretty OP. They were very effective at medium to close range, when they should probably only be good at just super duper close range. You can see from this distance the AK is still pretty darn effective. Of course the guns still have very little recoil. Like you can see, AK is super duper easy to control. Here's a Thompson. But the difference is that the aim cone that it creates is much wider. So it's less and less effective at range. These guys can't see me, by the way. Look at these poor muffins. Let's get right up to him. This poor man. Honestly, I'm not sure about this nerf. They say projectile velocity decreased 20%. I don't know if that means damage. And then the projectile distance decreased 25. I don't know what these things actually mean, because like, okay, yeah, it's not effective at that distance, we get that, but I think it was never effective at that distance, really. The main time it was OP is at super duper up close, and in that situation this gun is still fantastic. Now, do I think that's OP? Honestly, I kind of like it. I mean, maybe add a little bit more recoil if you really want to. I mean, the recoil on these guns normally is absurd. In my opinion, it's not really... I think it's way too far. But that's just me. They'll probably do this like the P250. They'll just gradually nerf it more and more. I guess the main difference from this nerf is that they wanted to make it very clear that this muzzle brake is not effective at all at any kind of range. So I think they did succeed in that. Next up, the Eoka pistol got a buff, which is great to see, but I still think it's got a long way to go. They say that the aim cone was reduced, so let's take a look. I mean, if there's a guy standing there, he'd probably have a bad time, but... Whoa. What the heck? I've never had that before. My main problem with the Eoka, and you've seen it in my videos, is the stupid, like, inconsistent firing. Like this thing. Okay, it went off the second time there, second time there, second time there, of course, because the camera's on. But there are many times where this thing, I think it takes like a max of 4 or 5 hits, and that's just way too inconsistent. I think if they want to make this thing more usable, I think they should maybe make the maximum amount of hits maybe just 2, or even, honestly, yeah, just 2, like, or none at all. I think the whole thing's kind of unnecessary. They've made some changes to the AI system for animals. Apparently it's a little bit easier to sneak up on them if you come from behind, which is kind of interesting. Like, I've never actually expected that. Also, some more changes so that bears and wolves don't run away right away if you have a gun or start shooting at them, which is interesting. You know, we get to see some more aggressive animals probably. They've also made some navmesh generation improvements. If you don't know what that means, when a server restarts or is going up, it has to generate a navmesh, which is basically like, where can the animals go? That took a super duper long time to do last week, and apparently it's 4 times faster now to generate, which is very good. This also helps those servers that are on those shared boxes, so that hopefully the impact on the whole server box is less, you know, intense. Sorry if that made no sense to anybody, but I tried. Lastly, you're now able to add a name to your shop, which I think is kind of cool. If you go to the back of the shop and do the typical hold E, now you'll see on the bottom right, you can name the machine anything, I mean anything, you like. So hang on, I have an example here. I have a map. So if you highlight now, it says that wonderful term, and then, you know, there's another guy over here, shotgun for wood, and then we got this guy, the juicy burger plus wacky shop. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. and guns and sulfur. Like people could just have nice variety and freedom. I think that's a good idea. I like that a lot, actually. Apparently, they've done some things to add more pooling. I am very unfamiliar with what this means. Apparently, potential reduced lag, so that's good. More importantly, they've been working on the stricter hack prevention this week, reducing false positives while also making it like a little bit actually better, which is good because we've been getting a lot of hackers in the past, like I would say 2 months, and it's been getting worse and worse from my experience, but they have been cracking down on it recently, so that's great. They've also improved the F7 hacker report thing. In case you didn't know, when you press F7 you can report a cheater, and you can type a name and it'll show up. But, oh no! No! Okay, so, the way that the new F7 report works is the last person that killed you, it will display their name right away, so hopefully you can get their name also. There was also a bit of a name spoofing thing people were able to do, which is, like, horrible, but apparently that's been solved now, so that spoofed names, like, won't show up. And no matter what, the guy's name will show up in here. Same with also the death screen. His name will show correctly. So this man is going to kill me. Rest in peace. Now if I'm super duper stressed and that guy was clearly hacking, oh my god, aim hacks, we can go to F7 report. And now right away we see the guy that killed me most recently. We can go here, and I'm not going to submit a report, no thank you. But now that makes it super duper easy to report a hacker that just recently killed you. Oh. Dude. What the heck's going on here? Oh. Hello?
Oh my fucking god.
Yo, it's all good, it's all good, no! I'm not in god mode right now, I'm not in god mode! Oh god, okay, there we go. They've made some more progress on the rocket factory building. This isn't in this week, of course, but it looks like they're making some serious progress. I would hope to see this new radtown added, hopefully for the May wipe, which is actually next week, so we could see it soon. And then they're also experimenting with a viewmodel locomotion test. What this means is there are separate animations for each action, such as sprinting. It looks a little bit goofy to me right now, like it looks a little bit too jumpy. Obviously you jump around when you run, but I don't know, I'm not fully a fan yet. Other than that, we got some work on music once again. I really don't know how many people actually use music. Maybe we all should be considering using it eventually. But he's been working with the fade-ins and the fade-outs and basically when music kicks in, as far as I can tell. I really should probably give it a chance. It's just that, like, why would I play music in a game where you're trying to hear footsteps and stuff, you know? And that's pretty much everything for this week's Rust update. Overall, just a good week of fixes. I'm down for any kind of hack prevention, and the muzzlebrake nerf was pretty good. So, all in all, not too bad. We're probably getting a big update next week with the new radtown, so that's exciting. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. That helps the channel quite a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.